welcome back to more Empyrion. Hal here, and today it's moving day. Well, mostly, anyway. So we've actually started moving some of the equipment over. I've already moved the crafting station and the, what's that called? The assembler. We've gone ahead and moved those over to the new CV because we've actually gotten some thrusters on that thing. We can actually move it around now, so that's a good thing. And what I want to do is I want to start breaking down this CV. I'll show you what we've got going on over there, but first we need to grab this stuff. And apparently I need to reload. Okay. Let's grab the hydroponics lamps. And what we're going to do is we're going to take the hydroponics bays and we're going to move these guys over. So there's a couple of things that we have. We have like the vegetables and such. And what I want to do is reposition or relocate these over on the other ship because we need to transfer stuff off. Now I do have a blueprint of this ship saved with everything in it. And so we will be putting that blueprint up on the workshop. For now, I need to grab 3 of these. Like I said, this ship is pretty much not going anywhere anymore, so we're not too worried about it all. What we'll do is we'll depressurize the ship, and I'll transfer the O2 over to the new CV. I don't have a name for that one yet. So if you have names, suggestions, throw them down in the comment section. I'm sitting here pointing at the comment section, and I'm like, yeah, well, just, you know. Oh, man. Okay, so we got that. I'm going to also grab some of this stuff, because we have things like our teleporter. And like I said, I'm going to start moving the major stuff over. And I'm going to go ahead and strip out things like these. We're going to pick up the pictures. It's really weird to be taking the ship apart because it's not like we've been using it that long, but at the same time, we've been using it for a lot longer than I realized, honestly. You know, I really did not realize just how long we have been using this ship for. So it's actually kind of mixed emotions. Let's grab some of this stuff. Now, the reason why I'm doing this, because I'm actually recording this somewhat early. Normally, I would be recording this over the weekend, but the 1.8 update for the Reforged Eden is expected to show up sometime in the near future. And I want to have this ship mostly done, if not completely done, the new ship, so that when we get into the new 1.8 update, because it's there's a lot of changes to the core game in the 1.8 update that was released, well, by the time you're seeing this, it'll be about 2 weeks ago now. So I'm basically wanting to get as much of this stuff done as possible before all of that. And before I forget, how is our inventory? No, it looks like we're okay. Actually, yeah. I'm going to go ahead and strip this out because we're going to put that into the disassembler to break it down for parts. So what I'm thinking is that when the new version of Reforged Eden hits 1.8, I'm thinking that I'm going to actually restart, and this next time we'll start on one of the starter worlds that supports the storyline stuff, and we'll actually play through the storyline. And you are all resources, you are the breakdown container, and you are a lot of miscellaneous stuff. Alright, so where is my... there's, it's because I'm looking at it. It's okay. Let's see, that's all that. Okay, that works. That's fine. We can make that work. Actually, I'm gonna go in here. We're gonna go into this guy, and we want. Actually, you know what? Oh, I want to do this instead. We're gonna go manage because we're gonna pull all of the O2 out. Actually, I think before I do that, I want to go oxygen. Okay, so you saw how it just pulled all the oxygen out of the ship, which is a good thing. Well, in this case, it's a good thing. We're gonna... Yes. Okay. And we are going to pull this out in mass. Alright. We're going to do the same thing for the fuel. Actually, do I want to do the same thing for the fuel? No, we're not going to do this for the fuel yet. I was just thinking about that going, oh wait, I still have food. I haven't moved any of our stuff over to the new ship yet because I don't have a kitchen system set up over there. Oh, but you get to see the new ship. Well, some of the new ship at least. Alright, so if we come in here, we are going to grab these. And we want you there, and you there, which makes this room airtight, which is awesome. Alright, so we're going to say... you know what? Let's go ahead and grab these. Oh, nope. Wrong way to do that. So you're going to be spice. You're going to be that. Vegetables and mushrooms. Okay, so we want our mushrooms, I think. You know what? Let's put our mushrooms there. I'm trying to decide. I think we'll do it that way with them. Alright, so if we're going to do mushrooms there, we'll do these. I think we're going to turn you that way. Plant protein. And then we'll do our spice back here because we can. Alright. And then up here we're going to do we'll have our fruits, our vegetables. I may actually move one of those around. Put you there. Okay. So now we can actually come in here. We can grab our grow lights. And those are going to go. Put one there. We'll put one here for now. Actually, do I have those? Which way do I have those running? I have those running in that direction. So I want you to turn that way. Thank you. Yeah. Basically trying to keep them somewhat normalized here. All right, so I do that, and do that. And we're going to go ahead and turn this one off. Devices. Turn this one off. And this one off. But we do need to turn this one on. And one more. There you go. Need to clear the other one. There it is. Okay, so we've got all the ones that we actually need running. And then we'll put some lighting in here as well. Part of the reason why we've done what we've done here, so I can grab some lights. Turn that back on so you can see. But yeah, so that gets us our growing area over here. Now I'm kind of tempted to put some fridges in here, maybe like along this wall, or maybe up on the wall, so we have 1, 2 fridge there. Because if I turn them this way, I can get 4 fridges in there, but I guess I don't really need physical access to it. I just kind of want the access. See, this is where the tricky stuff always comes in, because I want... It's like I want it to make sense logically, like, you know, being able to reach everything. I mean, I guess I could... Do I actually have any fridges in here? I thought I built one. I guess not. Oh yeah, I did. Okay. So if we go with the big fridge and we do that with it, can I get through there? Oh, I can get through there. Okay, that'll work then. And now we have a fridge. We can actually go like so. We can actually go over to this one. And we can transfer all of this stuff over for now. I might be able to transfer all of the food over, like the finished food products. So your seed, this is all growing stuff that we'll need for making other things down the line. And I don't think there's any other sprouts, right? No. Okay. And you can transfer over. And so I think if we move this over... So there's a few things that I've got down here sprouts-wise that we're not using right this second, but I want to use at some point. Because we're going to need things like the coffee sprouts for stimulants so that we can make medical. Because right now we're not making everything that we could be making. Alright, and so I'm going to go ahead and put the medical stuff in. And we'll put the food items in. See, the problem is we've hit the cap for what we can get away with, so I think we're going to go ahead and just eat that because we can. And that gets everything off of the old ship, which means we can now go steal or repurpose the the power for it. Oh, so if we come up this way, whoop, there we go. As long as the door is open, you can get through there. I might need to change that. I might move the stairs back and have a walkway here, and then have the stairs go basically walkway, stairs down. Speaking of, I actually wanted to check, do I have... Yes, the windows are mostly done at this point. Alright, so I think what we're going to do is we're going to grab one of these. And do I want to have it that way, or do I want to have them that? I think I kind of like that. I kind of like that being what it is. And then that allows us to do that. And we'll change that shortly. Oh, awesome. I can actually put the windows in there too. I don't have to close this off. Because originally what I was thinking was maybe close that off, and I may still do that. Actually, I am going to do that. I think we're going to go for this. I think we're going to go like so. Let's see what that looks like in there. Yeah, we'll do that. And so that keeps us from being blinded when we're walking down the hallway. There we go. So if I turn that off, obviously have no lights in the hallway, but... And we're going to change those. Much better. Okay, and then we just have to put some lighting in here, and that's another room done. Okay, so let's talk about what we've gotten done so far. We actually have a full-on hangar bay now. I've actually done a couple of things in here that, let me see. Actually, you know what? I can do this without having to go upstairs. So let's bring this up, and I am going to look at hangar runway lights. We're going to turn those on. And so we have a little really annoying blinking sequence. So if you're coming in from the main hangar entrance there, the forward entrance, you'll get some guiding lights that take you to either side. And as you can see, we've started doing our greebling pass. Well, I can't call it greebling, I guess detailing or decaling pass. So we now have small parking areas on either side of the hangar. You have the fly-through hangar area. But overall, I think it's turning into something nice. And we're going to turn off the flashing display. Now I do still need to get some of the detail work in here done. Let's get rid of that for a second. But I've started working out what I'm going to do for the way I'm going to tie in some of these details. Like right now I'm going to have these like bandit straps that tie the long runs in, basically showing as reinforcement for the things in the hangar spaces. And we also have basically the same mirror. Now what this actually allowed me to do is where the turrets are on the surface, this covers where the turrets sit. So those holes that we have up there where we're going to eventually have turrets, this allowed me to seal the ship and make it airtight until, you know, we get those turrets done. Now I have been thinking about this more. I may swap the rounded edge here and move that forward and have the pointed edge back. I like the idea that this is basically saying, yeah, you know, that way is forward, but I kind of like the feeling of this flipped 180 degrees because then it gives a perception of speed, but I'm not sure. So let me know what you think. Put your comments down in the comment section. Alright, so I think that's everything that we've gotten that we've really needed to get done. This area is still not sealed. It's close. Actually, it might be sealed now. Did I seal this? Oh, I did seal this. Okay. Oh no, I didn't. It's right there. That door is still open, which is fine. I need to look at what do we have in our inventory, and we're going to put an armor door there because this will eventually take us back into the engineering section that we have a little bit still to talk about on. Yes, I think that is the way I wanted it to go, which should seal this unit, and that makes this area closed as well. Now this side, we are actually going to have windows on both sides of the door, and I'll show you why here in a second. We are going to repeat what we did before. So this one is going to be, no, I had it right the first time. So this one is going to be there. That one is going to be there. And we will do that along that line, and then on this line, I guess we'll do, yeah, we'll have to do it in miniature, just to keep the aesthetic going on this. What I had originally thought about doing was putting in a rounded edge window, but I figure if we're going to do that on one side, we may as well just go ahead and continue that. Alright, so you are actually all sealed in, but we don't have a ventilator in here, which is something we're going to have to rectify, which is probably going to be a flat panel system. Maybe right there, actually. Let's take you out. I may not actually have one. That may be something that I haven't put in here. Yes, I didn't make one yet. Okay, so let's scroll down here because we've got a bunch of stuff Complex constructor. Got a bunch of stuff that we need to reclassify, and I want ventilator. Thank you. I don't know. Make like 5 of them just to have them. I mean, if I don't use them, I can always break them down. I'm gonna. Of course, I really don't need to make them either, because I can go strip them off the other ship. So as far as this ship is concerned, like I said, we're pretty much in a position where we can kind of take it out. The thing is that we'll have to be careful as to which systems we jump into if I do take this out for a flight, mainly because of the fact that there are systems that are, you know, obviously have pirates and Xerax in them or other hostile factions. So what we'll need to do is keep that in mind when we're out and about. So, but for now, that gets this pressurized. So this area now has atmosphere. Do that. And we are going to do the same over here. So our engineering section, I've been slowly cleaning this area up. We're going to do some windows. We're going to continue these windows down as sloped windows. And what I want to do is have this become a hallway where we'll have a wall that runs this way, probably like 3 blocks or so. And then we'll have our habitation on both port and starboard side. So basically this will be the rank and file common areas. And then we'll have probably some additional habitation up here on this level. It gives me a little bit of flexibility in what we're doing as far as, you know, allocating space. But what I'll probably end up with is having this hallway come, like I said, we're going to have it come over probably like 3 blocks or so, and then go up 1 floor and turn so that the habitation's up a little bit. What this will allow us to do is to have the under area here sculpted where it comes up a little bit further. Or if we want to have it expand out into cargo, it gives us the option to have more area for cargo as well. So we can actually make these cargo bays or these cargo pods ridiculously huge. Alright. And then what I was talking about is having like a window here as you come through. You'll be able to see into the engineering section. And then you have basically a wall here. And this is obviously going to change at some point. Our shields have miraculously turned on once again. Thank you. But yeah, so it'll come out like that basically. And I may even move this back a couple of blocks. So we could actually bring that back to, say, here, or even here. And then that way you get a little bit more of a view into that area. Actually, if we do that, and we say... Come on. There, thank you. So if we did that, we could actually put angled windows in over this side and do the same on the other. And then this becomes kind of our lounge area outside of the habitation, like the actual rooms. I'm kind of liking that idea. And then we can have, maybe have this extend out a little bit. And then we end up with like windows on this side looking out into space. And then habitation back here. That could be a thing. That could very well be a thing. Alright. So, that said, let's get in here for a second. Because this is pressurized, but this is technically pressurized, but it does not have the vent that we need. And you should be there. Which is... It was a bad thing to do, Hal. Alright, let's do that. So we don't kill the crops. Oh. Alright. Should have done that before I placed the crops. But okay, so now this has actually got its own atmosphere, which is good. We have the expansion room over on the other side, which, like I said, I think is going to be our medical area. Let's go this way. So we'll come in here. Man, that is some delayed radiation. Okay. Now, I'm not sure what we're going to end up using this entire space for. Honestly, I think we'll probably end up with some of our crafting stuff in here. At some point, at least. But I think for now, we got an extra oxygen station. So I'm thinking, let's grab an armor locker. We should have a bunch of medical devices. And one of the first things I want to put down for medical devices is going to be our biomed chamber, because that allows us to not only have a spawn point, but to heal. Which, do I want to put this in that area outside? No, I think I want that in here. Alright, so if we do, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So we go 2, 3, 4, 5. So let's put this here. And what I may do is frame this in a little bit to make it more of a center point. And then we have our surgical beds, which I think some benches over there. I think we can do surgical bed there, and we'll do the other surgical bed here. I might move these around. Medical decontamination devices. Let's go. It would actually be kind of cool to have these be in a position where they were offset. But let's go 2, 3, 4, 5. Alright, and then that means we just need to go grab the last of the other medical devices. We'll probably have the other one over on this side on the ceiling. And then we'll put in like decoration LCDs and some other things. But I want to get a bunch of the med bays and stuff over here. Or medical beds. Speaking of, let's see what our options are for basic furniture. These aren't bad for medical beds, honestly. Because what we can do is, if we've got that, basically these would be the recovery beds. I think we'll do, that's the center. Maybe something like that. And then we can have this basically be an enclosed room, which means I'll probably move this over then. I might even mount that on the wall instead. That might not be a bad thing to have here. Let's see how that looks. I'm rather curious now. Getting all the decoration stuff done, right? Alright, so if we have... say something like that. I mean, we could even go that way with it if we really wanted to. And so the idea is that it drops down and you use it as a scanner. If I move that forward one, I could actually put it behind it. Let's go there with it for now. Like I said, we'll figure something out with it. And obviously all of the stuff can be moved at any point in time. It's not a huge issue. I'm just trying to figure out how I want to make things work in here. And then we have our teleporter, which actually, oh, you know what I should do with the teleporter then? I was going to put the teleporter in here. Maybe I'll center the teleporter there. Or maybe put it over here in the corner. But see, that way we would have medical. Actually, if I did, let's do something like this, maybe. So if we did something like that, and we had that come out, no, not a huge fan of that, actually. Yeah, not a huge fan of that. Alright, so for the time being, let's so what I'm thinking is we basically have son of a dude, Empyrion. What you doing here, buddy? All right. So we end up with something that'll basically partition a room out in some way. And I won't change that up, but and what we'll do is we'll have the teleporter back here in the corner. And let's grab that. Because when you teleport, you end up facing this way, and then we'll have you basically come out over here. Let's bring this up. I think I have some doors left, right? I do have some doors left. I don't need that. So if we go, I think I want. Oh, we could do the armored door here. If we did an armored door, we could have that be the double door. All right, come here. Where you at? That's the structure. Thank you. Let's do one of those. Ah, crap. Turn that off for a second. And you, I want to have. So you're going to be. Do I have a medical group? I do not have a medical group, but I can do that now. Okay. Actually, while we're here, let's. Don't think I have any more stuff in here for air. Yeah. Okay. And we're gonna go back in here for a second because I need armor door. And I want to see, because we have these guys. I want to see how this looks. Look at that. So we can actually have this whole thing be a secure area. I guess it doesn't need to be an overly secure area, right? No, we're gonna do it. We'll go full security. Look at that. I like it. Okay. And then that means for this, we'll end up with something like that. We will go with that. This is probably going to depressurize, but that's okay. Nope, didn't, surprisingly. Yes, it did. Okay. Well, if we're depressurized anyway, let's go ahead and we'll do that. So we'll go. Oh. Alright, so if we do. Do I want to do the corner block there? I think we'll do the corner block there. Because if we do the corner block there, let's do. Really? Alright. Alright, so if we do that block there, we can then say we can do that block. Okay. So we'd be able to do that and do a corner block here, I think. So we could do that. To there. And then on this side, do we just want to pull these out? Alright, so if we do that, I mean, I guess I could. I think I want to do that. It's going to pull those out. I know, I just basically depressurized everything more than I needed to. Alright, so you do that. See, this is where it always gets weird, is because you're just trying to figure out how do we want to greeble things. So do that and that. What we'll do is we'll, on this side, go ahead and put those blocks back. And I think here we'll just do that. Turn those off. Obviously we'll need to do something as far as O2 is concerned. Maybe do that. And we can then do the half block there, which gets us O2 in here, which has so doubles up our O2 in here, which is a good thing. We have another O2 system there. Okay, I think that's going to work. And what we can do is, if we decide to later, we can actually replace this with like windows or something, so you can see in there while you're doing whatever you're doing in here. and then we'll reposition things so that we have medical. What I'll probably end up doing is the beds. I need some lighting in here. I do have lights. Okay, so before we go any further, let's go over here. We're going to add a group for food. Actually, I think I have one for farms, right? Yeah, I have one for farming. Let's see, you we're going to add to the farming group. And add a bunch of you to the last group. And surprisingly, I would have thought that the growers, like the actual blocks, would be in here, but I guess not. Huh. That's kind of cool. All right, so yeah, you. We're gonna add to the food, and I'll rename that probably to like food storage or something. I'm just basically trying to get some of this stuff cleaned up, so that way when we're doing the lights, we're getting ready to put in here, because we're gonna do these not centered, which allows me to have them on there. Actually, let's do. Pardon me, hiccups. All right, so that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 would be not a bad place to have it, and we're going to do it on the outside of that one as well. All right, so if we get rid of that, we're going to go 20. Let's drop this down in intensity, or in the general color intensity. Okay. That should actually not be bad. And that gets us light over here. All right. I know what I was saying is with these, what I may do is have like move these over one block, and then we'll have and rotate them 180, and then put the passageway blocks in so that there's a separator wall, and then maybe space these out, like have one move over there and then that one move over there, and that way we can have stuff in the blocks in between to give them a little bit of separation. Okay. But it is a medical facility, so your idea of privacy is probably not what you want it to be. Well, your idea of privacy is what you want it to be, but what you get is a different thing. Okay, so I think, and then that leaves us with one medical device left, because we took one of the beds out. So what we can do then is let's go ahead, put the other bed back in. I forgot that's a 2x1 block, huh? Alright, for now it goes there just to have it in. I mean, we can get through, so it's not a huge issue, but I'll probably end up moving some of this stuff around a little bit. Like I may move these guys over here and then move the beds over there. And that way we have things a little bit better organized, then we can have a small lounge or something over here. Alright, so I think that is going to about do it for us for today, at least. I just have a couple more things to move over. Like I said, this is going to be, let's go, for now we'll have that. Maybe I'll put one of these at either end of the column of beds. But we need to move the last little bit of stuff over. And then we're going to move the thrusters and things. In fact, let me go ahead and I want to show you what I'm thinking here. So for the thrusters on the ship, right, we've got these little alcove areas, and I'm thinking we're going to relocate the thrusters from here over to here, but because of the number of them, let's go this way. And that is the end of the O2 in the tanks, which is fine. All right. Okay, so if we go in here and we look at our thrusters, right? We've got 24 thrusters on board. And we basically have a lot of medium and a couple of large. So we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 12 large thrusters. Now, I'm thinking, because we have 4 sides that we really need to put thrusters on, top, bottom, port, and starboard, right? I'm thinking we'll have 3 of the large thrusters, 1 forward, 1 midship, 1 aft, on each of the faces. And then we'll have, what, 3, so that's 3, 6, 10, right? And then 12, that's 4, 3, 7, so that's 10. Am I miscounting that? 2, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Okay, yeah, no, we've got, so yeah, so it's 12 and 12. Okay. I'm like, did math suddenly change on me? So, but what I'm going to do is I'm going to create more medium thrusters. And then, so for each one of the large thrusters we have, we'll have a medium thruster on either side of it. So we're going to end up with 3 large thrusters and 6 small thrusters per side. Let me show you what I'm thinking that's going to look like. Let's go out here. We're going to kick this over. And I'm going to grab, you are large thruster. And we should have our medium thrusters there. Alright, and what I'm thinking is for areas like, say, this one. And this is gonna, I'm gonna end up opening up that. So we're gonna actually do this all in one shot, I think. Because that's gonna be there. We're gonna have somewhere, here's probably about the closest we're gonna get. Alright, so if we do that, let's grab, I'm gonna move this stuff off our bar so we're not having quite so much miscellaneous crap on here. Where are you? And you guys. Alright, so, because I think these are 2x1s. Alright, so you're a large thruster, so you're 3 blocks large. Alright, so you're going to be there, and we're going to go like so. Got a little zoom in bug here. Oh, so we got the thruster there. And we'll drop you down 1 and drop you down 1. So we'll end up with something like that. So from the surface, they look mostly the same. I may even sink the mediums down another one, but I'm thinking I'm going to leave them there. But that keeps the thrusters out of the line of fire for the most part. And I want thrusters off, thank you. But yeah, so we'll have, you know, that there. We'll have another version or another copy of that up here on both sides. And then we'll have the same idea cut into the side here. Probably about this level-ish. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So 2, 3, 4, 5. And we'll do the same on this side. So we'll have those guys take out, these guys taken out. Actually, did I want them there or I want them? I think I want them up here. Yeah, I want them up here, which is fun. We'll get there anyway. Actually, you know what? I think I am going to leave them back there. Because there's a reason for this. We'll talk about later, but just know that I do have a plan for this, and it does include these wonderful thrusters on the front of the ship. So, yeah. Anyway, I think that gets us in a pretty good spot to stop for today. So I'm going to thank you all for stopping in. Hopefully you enjoyed it. I'm going to get a lot of stuff done between now and Thursday's video because, like I said, I want to get this done before the 1.8 drops. So if 1.8 does not drop this weekend, or, well, for me, it'll be this weekend. For you guys, it'll be a weekend past. So by the time I'm done with this, if 1.8 hasn't dropped yet, I want to get all of this done. So I'm going to be doing a lot of work in between videos. But I wanted to give you an idea of what we're looking at long term. Once all of this is done, we'll save up a blueprint of it. And if 1.8 drops, if we finish this before 1.8 drops, we'll spawn this in. Well, we'll buy it for the material cost, but yeah, we'll, and it's going to be expensive. But that'll be our long-term goal in the case that everything works out the way I'm hoping it does. All right, and you are going to be there, and there. All right. So anyway, I'm going to get out of here. I want to thank you all for stopping and hopefully you enjoyed it. If you did, you know the routine. If you didn't, let me know why. Comment section exists for a reason. Use it. Anyway, thank you all for stopping in. I had a lot of fun hanging out with you. Hopefully you've gotten a better idea of what my vision is for this ship. And yeah, when we come back next time, we should have a little bit more done. As always, folks, take care and be safe out there, everybody. Oh, I got a lot to do this week.